Welcome, State Tribes. Today, on another episode of Fredy Global Enterprise, I'm here with Mr. Kola Wale. The last time on the show, we discussed at length, but today we are here in another episode to discuss about scrap brokerage. Today, on this topic of today, how to unlock the value in waste. Sir, welcome back, sir.
Thank you very much.
We have a very lengthy discussion the last time you visited on that episode, but today we are here with another topic of scrap brokerage in Nigeria, how to unlock the value and turn into benefit for Nigeria at large. So what is your take on that, sir?
Of course, it is very, there are a lot of gaps in the scrap industry in Nigeria. We are not still getting it. The still gap in Nigeria is about 10 million metric ton.
Wow.
Per annum. And you can see that the amount of scrap that we are even, utilizing presently is not even up to 2 million metric ton. So that is to tell you that there is still a lot of gap there. So a lot of things government can do, opening the space to have some of all this shredding industry where they can easily convert all these metal scrap into chargeable sizes in all these steel recycling plants. It will as well boost the production very well. But you can see there are a lot of things that we overlook in this country. So we keep on chasing shadow while we have humongous mineral resources of different types lying waste, like I said in the other episode, in Nigeria. So if we can take advantage of all of this, definitely Nigeria will bounce back. So as I'm telling you, the steel product, even rebar, we still import to complement for
the local production.
The local one that we get out of recycling. Do you know we don't have an integrated steel plant in Nigeria?
Yes.
So meaning that we don't have steel plant that we produce from the source using the iron ore. What we are doing in Nigeria is just a recycling process.
Recycling process.
Yes. So you can see there is a gap already. Nigeria market is wide open for close to 15 million metric ton.
In a month or per day?
In a year. In a year.
Wow.
You understand? So you can see the gap. Where the one we are even producing is not up to 2 million. So when the gap is about 15 million metric ton,
we are still having a very we have 13 million.
Yeah. We have a long way to go. You can see.
And now, that brings me to my next question. What are the importance of scrap in the recycling industry?
Of course, it's just like turning it now. The waste, you look at that as a waste, but it's very charming. We are not having iron ore in this country. But we have iron ore in this country. Let me coin the statement like that. We have the iron ore. What I mean by we are not having iron ore is that we are not producing.
We are not producing through the iron ore.
Through the iron ore. So that is what it. So we rely so much on the scrap, on this metal scrap to be recycled, so that at the end we turn into the molten metal. Then we get our rebar thereabout. So you can see the gap is still there. So we are not really tapping, to the maximum, to feed or to get what we need
in Nigeria.
In Nigeria.
And now, that brings me to my next question. What is the market overview of the steel industry that you have seen so far?
The market is already there. I said there is a gap. The market is there, but it cannot be filled because we are unproductive, relatively.
So that means the production that we are having is lesser than the demand.
Of course, very, very lesser. When I say the demand is like 15 million metric ton, and we are producing less than 2 million. So is that not a gap? How do you fill the gap? It's through importation. You understand? So are we not wasting what we have by importing?
So what do you think we can do to tap into our resources like iron ore to improve the steel industry in Nigeria?
That is where government will equally have to come in also. You see, like we have Itape iron ore. Okay, what the government is doing, if they cannot make Ajaokuta to work, they should be able to key in into how to, beneficate the iron ore. Benefication means to purify, the iron, because they said they are of low quality. So
Okay.
they can only, purify it by removing substantial amount of the sulfur
Yes.
that is making it to be impure. So they have it in Itape. So what are they doing? The thing is just there, lying
Doing
waste,
nothing.
because the benefication plant is there in Itape.
In Itape also?
Yes, it's there. You see, so and nothing is being done. You can see how wasteful we are in this country, which I don't know. Government has a very, very, very important role
to play
in all
regarding
of
the steel industry.
So a lot of area we can diversify into, not into oil that is holding us hostage by way of the policy somersault I mentioned in the other episode, because we don't even have any reason to be suffering for anything, but we are creating the suffering for ourselves. So
because of the bad policies and bad leadership.
Yeah, bad leadership, bad policy, corruption, bad mindset of even we the followers as well, because we are equally have a role to play.
Of course, everyone has a role to play. So now, the thing is, when I look at in the steel industry, the foreigners, the investors that comes into this country, a few years back, let me say in 10, 15 years ago, I know so many times, I know most of those companies that came in to invest in this one, and they start very small. They start very small, and by the time you go back there 5 years later, they are looking very large. And now, what are the things that are making difference that we, the government, are not doing to improve? Because it seems that it's only the private sector that vibe well when it comes to production, when it comes to contributing to the economy. But when it comes to private government, they are always like, is it that the corruption has eaten so deep to the extent that even when you put somebody in a position to manage any head of department or anything, they don't manage it well? What are the challenges? We really need to talk about this corruption in every industry in Nigeria. So what are the challenges? What is making them not allowing the steel industry to work?
You see, really, government does not have any business being in business.
Okay.
Their own business is just to create that enabling environment by way of policy formulation.
Okay.
So, but when they don't do all these things, so it's just like having a faulty foundation of a building. So it will not stand well. So everything starts from the government by way of creating the enabling environment for industry to thrive, that will move the economy. So, like all the foreign investors that you mentioned, they came in here with nothing. That is why you see most of them, they are not even genuine investors. They don't really do the right thing, because it's like when they come in, they see the corruption in the
and
system.
they take advantage of it.
They take advantage of it, and they further teach Nigeria to be more corrupt.
Because I sorry to cut, I learned that in my experience, I will really talk about that. In my experience in the industry, I've discovered that what they do is that they don't really come in with so much capital. They use us as trade by barter. You understand? Then when, like in the scrap industry now, when they need scrap, they will know what to do. They will either increase a little bit price. They will know that people will rush in. Once you give them the scrap, they will use it and produce, still collect money from our distributor, which is the iron rod dealers. They will collect money and also pay us. And by the time they will take out their profits and send back to their country, use it to develop their country, why they leave us in the state of, we don't even know where we are. You understand? And there is no price control, because the government is not looking into that direction. Nobody is controlling them. Nobody is checking the quality, so on and so forth. So guys, we'll be right back. We are taking a short break.